Hello my friends, it's Bella and welcome to Thursday of the third week of our lockdown life. How are you all doing? All getting used to it now? I think it's going to go on, for, as far as the UK goes, I think this is going to go on. I can read between the lines of what they're saying and what's coming across on the news. I think it's going to go on for at least another month. But okay, as long as we've got the things we need, isn't it? And if it's got to be, it's got to be, hasn't it? It's I just want everybody to get better and the world to go back, but don't we all? We all do, don't we? Now, I'm trying to think about, I'll come on every day. You fed up with seeing me? If you're fed up with seeing me, I'll do it every other day. But I put my 2 videos up every week, but they're pre-recorded. So the ones that go up on the Tuesday and the Friday, I filmed before I left home. So the makeup ones and everything are pre-recorded, but I'm coming, they're not going to last that much longer. My pre-recording ones are coming to an end. I've done a couple of thoughts for Sunday. I've got a couple of those left. But other than that, everything's going to have to be sort of filmed from here. Now I can do, I just want tips from you what you want, because I'm doing this just to kind of encourage you and show us that we're all together. But I don't want to bore you and be up every day if it's not, you know, what you want me to do. I just want to try and entertain you and think of the things I can do. I've got very limited makeup, but I can do get ready with me's. I've sent for some things from skincare that I need, new things that I haven't tried because I can't get hold of my older ones. So we'll share those together. And, you know, I'll think of a few other things as well, but everything's got to be made from here now for a while at least. So, today's video, see I ramble on. Let me know what you want though. Let me know what you want me to do. Today's video is 20 random questions. And these, I've just taken these off the top of my head. 20 things, they're not in order, nothing. They're just 20 random upside down things that I wanted to share with you that are my favourites. If you want to do this too, that would be great. And if you want to answer me what your favourites are, or a couple of what your favourites are, that would be great as well. So, 20 random questions. Number 1, what is your favourite breed of dog? Well, is she listening? It's got to be a Bichon Frise, isn't it? She'd attack me if No, it is without doubt a Bichon Frise. I love my Bichon, and I love dogs altogether, but I love Bichon especially. My favourite flower is carnation, a pink carnations. I think I love the look of carnations. I think they cheer me up. I just love the look of them. I think they make me happy when they're in the house. So definitely, and when they're growing as well, which they look even prettier, don't they? Well, they're still growing. So yeah, pink carnation. Number 3, my favourite colour is periwinkle. So that is between, it's a pinky, lilac-y, purpley colour. But I really like it. I think it's a lovely colour, periwinkle. It's bluey and I really like it. I like it on accents. I wouldn't wear it on my face. I wouldn't wear it eyeshadow like it. I wouldn't, you know, overly wear it because it's quite a strong colour. But certainly with accents, I love accents of it in the house if it's going with, you know, the colour of that room. I like accents of it in my clothes, certainly earrings, but I love it. I love periwinkle, and I love periwinkle flowers too. My favourite film, this is number 4. My favourite film of all time, I think I've said it before, is Shawshank Redemption. I love that film. I watched it last week, and I've watched it every year since it's been made. I never get bored of watching it. It's my favourite film, Shawshank Redemption. My favourite TV drama is definitely I know that people will think I'm going to say something else, but my favourite TV drama of all time is The Thornbirds. I really loved The Thornbirds. I mean, it's really old now, isn't it? But yeah, I loved that story, and it went on from season to season, and I thought Richard Chamberlain played that, you know, Ralph de Bricassar. I thought he played that excellent, and I really liked it. I really, really liked The Thornbirds. My favourite record of all time is one that was out in the 80s, and it was by a group called Ultravox, and it's called Vienna. And I'm not going to sing it for you. It was called Vienna. That is my favourite record of all time. I've got so many, because I mean, I love music, and I've got so many that I really love. But if I could just put a record that stands out for me, I like that. It's not a terribly complicated record, but I just love it. I love the beat of it. I love the beat, the way it starts up, and I really liked Ultravox as well. My favourite band of all time are Queen. I love Queen. I think they are the ultimate rock band. I really do, and I don't think there'll be another rock voice, in my opinion, like Freddie Mercury's. I think it was amazing. And Brian May, obviously, who's one of our top lead guitarists. I mean, he's fantastic. He has a YouTube channel, and he does little 5-minute things every day. Very, very intelligent guy, and it's really interesting. It's not sort of rocky or anything like that. It's it's Brian May. If you put Brian May in, you find the you know, the YouTube site. But he does like 5-minute talks every day, and he's been talking about the coronavirus and how we can deal with things and how he's dealing with things, and you know, he talks of his memories and memories of Freddie and just his life in general. And I loved Queen, and I love Brian May, and yeah, you have a look at that. He's really interesting. Sorry guys, I've got messages coming through. My favourite smell. Now this is not perfume. Perfume is something else. But my favourite smell, I love it when doesn't always suit me, but I love that fresh cut grass. You know, when you first start to cut it, when the season starts, and it's still a bit of dampness in the air, but that fresh smell that comes across, because it's still, you know, it's still being carried on the wind, and the dampness, oh, it's beautiful. I love fresh cut grass, and also percolator. Do I sound old or what? The smell of coffee brewing, because I've got a Tresemme now, and you can't really smell it the same as you could with the old percolators, do. But I love that smell too. My favourite holiday of all time. I've had some wonderful holidays in my life. I've had some wonderful, wonderful holidays. Last year, of course, was no exception when I came to America, and that was a blessing. That was a wonderful, wonderful holiday to meet the people that I admire and love so much. It was absolutely amazing, and I love America, and I love the hospitality that America showed me, and I thank them for that very, very much. But there's been other holidays that maybe haven't been so, you know, adventurous, but that have held very, very special memories for me. When my children were very small, some of the funny things we did together. Greece, I adore Greece. I love Greece. And I think it's changed a lot now, but it was beautiful last time I was there. I loved Greece. So I've had lots and lots of holidays. France, Paris is beautiful. Certain parts of Spain that I like are beautiful. So I've had lots of nice holidays, but obviously the memories of the children and my babies growing up, you know, and funny things they did, and when they first learned to paddle, and, you know, things like that. But I've had lots of nice holidays. Okay, so number 10, favourite makeup brand. If it was a high street brand, I would say Wet n Wild, I think. I really like Wet n Wild, and I like Essence. I do like Revolution. But I said before, they've become a little bit repetitive now, and but I do like them. I still like them. But W7 and Wet n Wild, I think. High end, I would probably say Laura Mercier. I think Laura Mercier would be my favourite high-end brand. My favourite pastime is YouTube. Who would have known? My favourite pastime is definitely YouTube, and I love reading. And I've just found an online study site, you know, something to do and trying to fill our time. And it's Alison courses. It's called Alison courses, yeah. I'll list it below. And they're free online courses, and I've signed up for a couple of those. I'll tell you how they go. But I thought, rather than just sitting watching telly all the time, which is what we've been doing, I'd try and do something a bit more constructive. So I've done signed up for a couple of Alison courses, but I'll tell you about that in another video and how I'm going. Number 12, my favourite park. There's two parks and they're called exactly the same thing. When I was a little girl and I was brought up in the East End of London, we had a park, Central Park, and I loved it there. I've got so many happy memories of my childhood there. And they had an old, this is going to send some of you not even going to know what I'm talking about. They had an old bandstand, and you know, where you could, the teenagers would meet up, and it was lovely. And then there was a flower garden at the back that I don't think is even there now. Beautiful flower garden at the back, and it was full of weeping willow trees, and had a great big lake pond in it. It was beautiful. Central Park in the East End of London. I loved it. And the other one by the same name, of course, is Central Park in New York. Beautiful. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere of it, and yeah, Central Park. So two Central Parks. My favourite car is a Herbie. It has been for years. The old Volkswagen Beetle, and I would like it bright pink with, I know, I've never grown up really, but I love those Herbie cars. I think they've got such character, and I don't look at the mileage and the things, and I just look at, you know, bit of an airhead, but I just love the Herbie car. My favourite year, I've had some wonderful years as well in my life, but I have to say 1980 and 1982, because they are the years that that I had my children and my daughters. So yeah, I would say those are obviously the years my grandchildren were born, and the year I married my Baz, you know. So there's lots of good years, but I would say 80 and 82 because that's when my daughters were born. My favourite book of all time is one by Maeve Binchy, and it's called Firefly Summer, and I suggest anybody reads that. It's a lovely, lovely book, and I've read it about 5 times and I love it. Firefly Summer by Maeve Binchy. My favourite magazine, now you're all going to say, oh my goodness, it's a really old-fashioned magazine that nobody buys unless they're at least 90, and it's called People's Friend, and I don't even know if any of you remember that. It used to be really popular, but of course it's all the Hello and all those kind of magazines now, isn't it? But I just like it. It's got some old stories in it, and you can follow it, and the articles are nice, and they're very relevant. They're very real life, you know, and you get real life stories in there, and the letters are lovely, and I love it. People's Friend, but normally it's for people only over 95 and me. My favourite perfume has been for many years Calvin Klein's Eternity. I love Eternity, and I like Paris too. But no, Calvin Klein's Eternity is my favourite perfume. My favourite memory, I have to go memory this time. I will go back again and say my favourite memory, again will go back to my favourite year, the birth of my daughters, and when my eldest grandson was born and my other two grandchildren, and seeing them, and you know, the memory of being a mum for the first time and being a grandma for the first time, and marrying someone that, you know, my friend and my companion after many, many years of not knowing him, but living a different kind of life. Yeah, so I've got lovely memories, but I would say they're the ones that stand out in my mind. My favourite electronic gadget, I would say, is now I always liked my iPad, which packed up on me, and Buzz was going to get me another iPad for my birthday, but he got me I decided after all, I got a Samsung, so it's a Samsung tablet that matches my phone, because I love the Samsung phone, I really do, I love it, and I'll probably upgrade that to the next one soon, because I'm due an upgrade on my contract. So I'll probably go for the next Samsung, and it so fits in nicely, and it's so easy to film on the Samsung and pass it over to the tablet, and all the editing gear on the tablet. It's very easy, it works hand in hand. Whereas if I keep the Samsung phone and get an iPad, they don't really talk to each other. They're not mates. Samsung and iPads are not mates. So yeah, I've got a Galaxy. So I would say my Samsung phone and my Samsung tablet, I absolutely love them both. And the last one is, what's my favourite dessert? I told you they were random. What's my favourite dessert? I am mostly a cheese and biscuit person, you know, because my favourite, I'm very savoury. I like savoury things better. But if I had to have a favourite dessert, I would say banoffee pie. I think banoffee pie, I think, would be my favourite dessert. So that's it, my friends. That's my 20 questions. That went on for ages. Please answer some for me. Any of the ones that I've answered. I don't expect you to do 20, but just, you know, tell me some of the things. Pick some questions so I know that about you as well. Okay? And don't forget, tell me if I'm uploading too much or what you want me to do, because it's all done for you, and I just I don't want to bore you, you know, with too many videos. So I'll see you again soon. You take care. It's a pre-recorded one tomorrow. Yes, pre-recorded one tomorrow, on a shadow look. So I'll speak to you again live here like this on Saturday. You take care now. Love you all. Bye.